What happens when a world-class nutritionist uses blood panels, cellular biology, and fact-based science to create and monitor healthy eating plans with supplements for her clients? Everyone wins. Welcome to Power on Your Plate with Haylie Pomroy, an educational experience that gives you both the actionable and practical tools you can use every day to get your health, weight, and life back on track.
Because I come from the clinical world where people come in to see me or are referred to me by their physician, I am very strategic about creating a program that is defined to evoke the results that we've all defined together. That's why I have you fill out all of the forms and take the quiz and make sure that you have a very strong knowledge base on you. You are the most important person in this whole process. So I want to go over 6 books that I've written. I have a lot of additional programs, downloads, digital downloads that are available for you. But some of you guys might have all 6 of these books and they're dog-eared and you've got, your favorite pages and your favorite recipes. Some of you, this may be the very first time you've seen any of these. So I'm going to go through each of them. And either way, you're going to get more out of how to use these for you, for your loved one, for maybe a client of yours. So let's dig into what I believe should be your basic library when you're looking to heal the metabolism once and for all. So this first book, The Fast Metabolism Diet, is designed around a 28-day program. Although you will see in our community that there are many people that have been doing the fast metabolism diet for years and years and years. This is because it is all about a healthy lifestyle, and the word diet for me means did I eat today? And then you get to fill in the blank to enhance whatever it is that you want out of your body. So kind of concepts about this book. First and foremost, food is not the enemy. Make peace and fall in love with food. We turn towards food in all of my programs to put power on your plate and change the metabolism. So in this plan, and with all of my plans, you eat 5 times a day, 3 meals and 2 snacks. You do not count calories or fat grams or carbs. You do not ban an entire food group as long as it is whole food. And you're not going to go carbohydrate free for your life. We are going to ignite the metabolism using a strategic plan. So if we look at committing to at least 28 days, let's take that 28 days and chunk it into 4 weeks. And now let's take those weeks, each week, and let's look at how we're going to break up that week. So we actually eat 3 different ways during this program in a given week. Monday, Tuesday, we talk about phase 1. It's all about using foods to lower our stress level, our cortisol level, really get the body to say, okay, I'm out of crisis. Wednesday, Thursday, we call that phase 2. We're going to quickly jump in and start chiseling and unlocking this historical fat. The last 3 days of each week, and you're going to be rotating this each week, the last 3 days, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, you're going to be working on the hormones specifically of the metabolism. Things that regulate insulin, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, metabolism. This is definitely wrapped around weight loss. We see a lot of individuals that have elevated cholesterol. Again, cholesterol is the building block for all of those sex hormones. So you are going to see a lot of benefit there. Very good to stabilize the blood sugar. People pull this book a lot if they have issues with sleep. And again, all aspects of hormone metabolism. So this book has several different 4-week plans. There are plans for vegan, vegetarian, individuals that are meat-based protein eaters, pescatarians. There's 50 of my favorite recipes in this book. I usually say this book is the book to kind of shatter your concept about dieting. So you're going to actually be turning towards food. You're going to be working very specifically on 3 strategic phases each week. And it's a great guide for a healthier self, but it definitely helps promote weight loss through fat burning because the body's nurtured enough and working through healing processes enough that it can feel like it can release that stored weight. Our newest book, Cooking for a Fast Metabolism, actually encompasses recipes for all of my programs. It has ways that you can morph any of the recipes into a recipe for a different program. For example, if you're doing the Fast Metabolism Diet or Metabolism Revolution, or one of my programs specifically for cholesterol, autoimmunity, diabetes, this is all encompassing. I think one of the big gems of this book is that it has a lot of kitchen hacks. It tells you how to make your own condiments, broths, nuts and seed grain milks, DIY dairy-free cheeses, but it has a pocket guide to all of my programs. So it's a really good helicopter view of if an individual were becoming a student of mine, learning how to incorporate all these nutritional principles into their practice, or a client of mine and wanting to look at all of the options available to them, or a student of mine looking to enhance their wellness. This one has, I think, a fabulous pocket guide that gives you an opportunity to say, this plan would be good for me. And these would be the strategic foods that I would adopt first. We also have great quizzes on the website, guys. So if you're having a hard time at all defining which plan you should start with, go take the quizzes, make sure you're part of our private support group, and ask those questions. The next book I want to talk about is Metabolism Revolution, where the Fast Metabolism Diet really works on the movement of the metabolism. Metabolism Revolution works more on the structure of the metabolism, so the structure of the organs and glands associated as opposed to the secretions of the hormones associated with the metabolism. It also works on the structure of the body, things like muscle, collagen, elastin. It is wrapped around a 14-day plan. Again, many individuals in our community use this for months and months and months. It's a very easy to use. We actually only rotate the style of eating twice per week as opposed to 3 times a week with the Fast Metabolism Diet. It does come with all of your meal maps, your shopping lists. It has a ton of delicious recipes. But we start really looking at things like body weight and again, the structure and the mechanical part of our bodies and our metabolism. In this book, we specifically focusing on burning fat to build things like muscle, collagen, the fascia, the skin, hair and nails, like we talked about before. If you're noticing an issue with that, this is a really important plan. I do take you through some concepts that I use in my clinic, like calculating your ideal body weight, ranking your metabolic dysfunction so you can rank how off your body is. I do this with my clients. It lets me know how hard we're going to have to work to achieve success. We also determine a metabolic intervention score. This helps me create a custom plan through the Metabolism Revolution where maybe you need more fruit, or you need more protein, or you need more carbs, or you need less cardio. It helps us really start to spin and customize this program. If you go to the website and become a member, you'll see at the end you get 30 days free. So we're not going to leave you without a single resource. You actually can download the Quick Start Kit for the Metabolism Revolution and the Fast Metabolism Diet. And in those, you can calculate some of these great indicators, self-diagnostics for your body. We also add what's called a diet deck, which is where we've made a deck of cards that have proteins, complex carbs, vegetables, and fruits. So you can literally deal out your meal map each day. This one is a super easy, convenient plan. Again, both of them are important. As a nutritionist, there is not one plan for one time, for one person, for always. It is about constantly, remember, nurturing, feeding, supporting, enticing, and sometimes even shoving some toxins out of the door. We've got to do that in order to get the movement and the mechanics of the metabolism to work. So this is another cookbook that is very specific for the Fast Metabolism Diet. However, I like to place this in your course after the Metabolism Revolution because I really like you to calculate your ideal body weight. In this book, we have a great cheat sheet / pocket guide to portions and food lists. And if you can really not use the BMI and look at a healthier way of kind of setting an ideal body goal weight-wise, it really helps us know which foods to add in and when. It has very specific recipes for phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Some of, again, my favorite things. This is a great one to have in your library. I made this recipe book with a lot of kind of delicious and decadent foods. Remember, pleasure stimulates the metabolism. I also morphed some of those good old-fashioned, homemade, home-cooked recipes that maybe, take you back to home in a positive way in your mind. I did do a lot of freezer-friendly recipes. I always feel that it's important to have your freezer filled with foods you've packaged as opposed to packaged foods. Really went for affordable here, and a lot of kind of slow cooker recipes and things you could do within 5 minutes. This is definitely a must to turn your kitchen into your pharmacy. As we talk about turning your kitchen into the pharmacy, this next book, Fast Metabolism Food Prescriptions, is probably the most powerful thing you're going to find in your library if you are struggling with a chronic disease like diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, an autoimmune disorder like myself, maybe MS, lupus, anything where the metabolism has gone so far off that it started to alter the chemistry and alter the structure and the immune modulation of the body. This one, what I did was I helped you first kind of create your dream team, how to navigate a doctor's visit, how to navigate your labs, and then look at the top 7 ways the body's metabolism starts to create significant dysfunction in the body. Our bodies are always communicating with us. We need to be gentle and listen with awe in our hearts. They're really just communicating their needs. Sometimes they whisper and they say, I don't have enough energy today. Maybe I'm having a little bit of indigestion. Maybe the shape of my body's starting to morph. It's just asking for help. Sometimes our bodies really start to speak up and it says, look, I need your attention. I'm starting to alter the chemistry. My chemistry's off. My cholesterol's getting high. I'm feeling irritable or foggy. And sometimes the body will scream. We'll start to have an immune system that's confused and it starts attacking ourselves as opposed to attacking foreign things like viruses and bacteria. So this book I was really compelled to write because of my clinical experience and because of integrating with so many physicians and seeing that there's this ginormous gap between us as the consumer, the patient, or the individual seeking help, and the individual that maybe has the power or the resources to give us help. So this book does have 7 different food prescriptions, 7 different food plans. Because there was so much in this book, on my website, I also did 7 unique digital guides with this book. It's probably my favorite book I've ever written, and probably the most profound thing that you can have so that you can bridge that gap between needing to get and build the team that will truly get you to outrageously healthy. So I like to talk about this book, The Burn, after I talk about, a really heavy book like Food Prescription. Because The Burn is this like super quick, super fast, super simple 3, 5, 10-day programs that you can do that help just kind of, I always use the analogy of kind of pluck the splinter out that's got you agitated metabolically or the scale is stuck. This is a phenomenal plateau breaker. hyper micro focus on 3 pathways of metabolic dysfunction. The I burn talks a lot about inflammation. The D burn is a lot about digestion, absorption, and realization of those nutrients that you take in. And then the H burn is kind of a unique protocol that helps with hormone dysfunction and dysregulation. You'll notice in all of my books, I always have strategic hormone repair and strategic enzymatic stimulus and support. Way back in the beginning of this course, we talked about the things that regulate the metabolism. Those are big, huge, heavy hitters. And now you guys know why I write the programs this way. This one is a blast to do. There are soups, smoothies, teas, success boosters, all kinds of lifestyle things that you can add in. There are times when I have clients that are just swamped, busy, and they can't follow a particular program. I have them take the burn quiz, which is on our website. And literally we just layer in like a tea, a smoothie, and a success booster, and we make such an impact in such a short amount of time. So in my almost 6 years of clinical practice now, and in dealing with creating this amazing, outrageously amazing community that we have online, I try to bring to the table the quickest and most effective ways that you can heal your metabolism. I truly believe in this library, and I want you to know, in addition, on our website, we have a ton of additional free resources available. So you're going to have questions. That's what our next session is all about. Let's put our toe in the water and or jump in, either way, and continue on this journey of learning about the essentials to heal the metabolism.
Thank you for listening to another inspiring episode of Power on Your Plate with Haylie Pomroy. Please remember to share the amazing science and tools with someone you love. The more we know, the more we all lift our global health together. Visit www.hayliepomroy.com to get notes from today's show and to take your education and health to a new level of success and happiness.
Information on this podcast is provided for informational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for the advice provided by your physician or other healthcare professional or any information contained on or in any product label or packaging. You should not use the information on this podcast for diagnosing or treating a health problem or disease or prescribing any medication or other treatment. You should always speak with your physician or other healthcare professional before taking any medication or nutritional, herbal, or homeopathic supplement, or adopting any treatment for a health problem. If you have or suspect that you have a medical problem, promptly contact your healthcare provider. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking professional advice because of something you've heard on this podcast. Information provided on this podcast and the use of any products or services purchased as a result of this podcast does not create any type of professional relationship between you and any of the associates affiliated with this podcast. Information and statement regarding dietary supplements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.